crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, for the bank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Running like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up till like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands that me, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the Louis in the machine out. Jewelry be called like a temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavy then they know what I be on. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, as you know.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This defense for the Cards, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Lance now to throw.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Now Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
First carry for James Conner. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Into the hands of Patrick, left side. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
On the handoff, Connor. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Young. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Shot 17.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. The Niners at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Lance on the bootleg. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go now. Black Ultra. Ready?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Connor. Running right through him. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Connor going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes over there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run it. This is Connor, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, no, but well, let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Now left side on the swing pass. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Black shot.
Lance looks to throw again. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
66. Going hard.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here we go.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They go play action now. Wilson. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Set. Ready.
Connor up the middle. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Ready, ready.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. This is Young on the carry. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Ready up.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Here we go.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Red.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Blue striker.
Here's Lance to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing now is Lance. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes. So they will hold on to the ball. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Lance now on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Lance looking to throw it. They'll find Ayuk open right side. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher.
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cards will take over possession here up at the 44. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Throw left side. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. On the move past the 40. Down the sideline it goes. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. They looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Let's go now.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Ball red.
Here's Lance. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. A final shot before half for Lance. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up middle taken down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. An option handoff given. Oh, Connor loses it. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Young. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Come on, set.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Lance. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson, he's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On the ground, they go with Young. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 4. On the counter, it's Connor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 65 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. Young. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eating up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Young. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run here with Connor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Wilson to Connor on the check down, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone, and now it'll be 4th and goal.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
They'll run for it with Connor, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing?
He's got a man. Complete. 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. 49ers.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Drake Jackson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Lance getting this out wide to Ayuk. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Here we go.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Let's go. Blue check.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. They'll give to Hall. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Breece Hall with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. Sanders now to add the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the 49ers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing his lance on third down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Here we go, set.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A real opportunity for them. Their defense got the key 4th down stop. Now all they need is a field goal to snag the lead. The drive will start with Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense that looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job controlling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense trying to get a little slick there and sneak the back out of the backfield and turn him into the primary deep receiver. But it was good coverage defensively, and they were able to break it up.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Ready. And cycle.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On play action, Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Come on, set.
13 yards remaining on second down.
Striker, 3-3. Hey.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Ready?
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Lance looking to throw it. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Connor on the read option. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Connor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Young. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
right back to him on first down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Every eye in the stadium locked in on Riley Patterson. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the 49ers, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.